In 2012, I finished 7 years in the Army and started Caveman Cafeteria with the help of my friends and my family. My last day in the Army was May 29th, and our first day of business was June 2nd. I'll explain our Kickstarter project in a second, but first, let me tell you how all this happened, and why. When I deployed to Iraq in 2010 for my third tour over there, I committed to finally trying out CrossFit, which has been all the rage in the military for a while now. Long story short, I got hooked. And soon after that, I learned about the paleo way of eating, aka the caveman diet. No grains, no sugars, no processed oils, just vegetables and grass-fed meats, basically. For the first time in my life, I slept consistently well, my energy level was even all day, and I looked sexy as always. By the time I returned to the States in 2011, I was hooked on eating like a caveman. But it was nearly impossible to eat out. This didn't make sense to me. But rather than wonder why supply was not meeting demand, I decided to get out of the Army and start up a paleo-style food service instead. The Paleo Plate, the Caveman Kitchen, most of the good names were already taken. But then my brother said, "Why not Caveman Cafeteria?" And I said, "Where the hunters gather?" I spent my last few months in the Army getting the business plan together, finding a food truck, and convincing my best friend, David Kenny, to bring his lifetime of restaurant experience and culinary wizardry to Denver for the summer. That's him on the left. We met in kindergarten. Dave was the perfect chef to create our paleo-style menu. He taught us how to make everything from scratch with traditional cooking methods like the demi-glace that we make each week, starting with 50 pounds of veal bones, which 3 days later is the delicious, nutritious, and totally paleo marrow sauce. And things went really well all summer. People loved it. In a scene full of $50,000 food trucks, this old beater that we bought for next to nothing, it can compete with any of them. And people even liked the fact that the food truck was classic. It was charming. And what does it really matter if your food truck isn't fancy looking, as long as it gets you from point A to point B, right? As it turned out, our business plan contained one crucial error. A food truck that needs to be towed to events is a bit impractical. So this is why we're doing a Kickstarter project. If we reach our funding goal, Caveman Cafeteria, where the hunters gather, will open our flagship location on the 16th Street Mall in downtown Denver, Colorado. The first paleo-style food stand in the nation's fittest city. And if we're successful here, who knows where we might end up. The demand for real food and paleo-style eating is growing everywhere. People from all over the country have contacted us through social media to tell us we're needed in their city. So we hope people from around the country support this Kickstarter, because if we succeed in Denver, the sky is the limit. Some of the biggest names in the paleo and primal movement are helping us promote. So if you share your pledge on your Facebook page, don't be surprised if you receive a nice bonus for spreading the word. Check out the Kickstarter tab on our website for details, and be sure to take a look at our awesome pledge rewards. We have a lot of great packages in the $10 to $50 range, and a few above that in which will cater private parties in return for your contribution. Or, if that's too steep, then for a $1 contribution, you can pet my dog. So we hope you can support this Kickstarter project. Whether you do it just to help out a veteran small business owner, or maybe you're a diehard believer in the real food revolution that's happening worldwide, either way, we need your help. If this first project succeeds, who knows? Maybe one day we'll have our delicious paleo food available in cities across the country. We need it.